Assalamu alaikum friends, I am Adil Tanveer and you are watching Jumbo TV. Today in my duties, this episode is going to be very exciting because today we have a person who belongs to a very great nation, a very great country, a country which is very famous in his great hospitality, who is very famous in his great responsibility in refugees. About 1.5 million refugees they have shelter in Germany. Before starting this interview, I'll give you a little introduction. Mr. Peter-Josef Boeck, who is a teacher by profession, a man of excellent career, MPhil Economics, MPhil Business Education. He studies in Bonn and Berlin University. From last 42 years, he is a teacher. He teaching in economics, business law, business administration, social teaching and counseling teacher, a lot of things about Mr. Peter, and it is very difficult to us to describe all the things. I'll give you all the details about Mr. Peter in the description and you can check it out. So now we will start from Mr. Peter and ask him about Germany and Pakistan. So Mr. Peter, thank you so much for your precious time. My very first question from you about Germany. We are here that Germany sheltered a huge number of refugees. Please tell us, our audience, that how much refugees you have sheltered in Germany and what kind of problems you have to face from the both sides, from refugees or even from your own German citizens.
Germany has, since 2015, we got more than 1.5 million refugees, mainly from Syria, from Iraq, but also from a lot of other countries in Arabian area, in North Africa, and from the south also of Europe. And the first thing we have to say that most of the German population was really in a very good behavior to get all these people coming as refugees, and they knew how difficult it was for them to get the chance to come to Germany. Sometimes they needed more than 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks to come from Syria, from Iraq and other countries to Germany. And they were, from a lot of people, they were well accepted. I remember pictures we had at Munich main station in 2015, 2016. There were a lot of people standing there giving them gifts when they came because they were happy that they were saved. And meanwhile, we have refugees all over the country. They are living in different cities, also in rural areas. And there are a lot of buildings prepared for them to live there for the first months, for maybe also for the first 1-2 years, to live there in a good manner. Our understanding of our Constitution is, and that is the first sentence of our Constitution, which was a result of the experiences of World War II and the Nazi regime, to say, on the beginning of every constitution, we have to say the dignity of human being is untouchable.
Great.
And that is not only a thing to write that and to say that, but to implement it in a daily life, and you really have to prove that you are able to do that when you get refugees. Concerning the problems with the refugees, we also have a lot of problems, there is no doubt. The first is to give them a life that they can stay in the country as long as there is not made a decision if they can get asylum, or based on another right that they can stay in Germany for a while. They are coming from a foreign culture, and a lot of German people have difficulties to accept that. And we also have really Islamophobe people and Islamophobe groups and organizations who try to fight against them. And it is the task of the governments, of the national government and of the state governments and of all the politicians, but also a task of the society to take care for all the refugees, and they do fulfill this task and realize that. So there are a lot of problems we cannot deny, but there are a lot of people, some because they think we are Christians and we will help also Muslim people. There is no doubt to help also Muslim people if they are needing help. And we cannot deny the conflicts, but I'm deeply convinced our society will be able to manage these conflicts.
Mr. Peter, as you talk about war, our country Pakistan is also suffered a lot from this war, and we are paying even right now these days. What you have picture about Pakistan when you are in Germany and you didn't visit Pakistan, and what kind of picture about Pakistan you have portrayed in your mind, and please tell us also and how that picture is changed when you visit the Pakistan, and now how you looking Pakistan is.
I was engaged in an NGO already in the 1970s, and we were interested in the situation all over the world. So since that time I knew already a lot about Pakistan. I was familiar with the name of Mujibur Rahman.
Yes.
He was the one who developed the situation that there was, after a while, existing the country of Bangladesh. And it was a great conflict within Pakistan, with a lot of suffering for a lot of people. But so I was not unknown with the situation of Pakistan. But the main thing is, I'm a host of Pakistani scientists and students since 2016, and I got my first invitation coming to Pakistan in summer 2016, and now it's my third visit to be here, twice in Lahore and this time here in Okara, and it is a great experience to see. I've won a lot of friends. I've got a lot of deep impressions, and I remember when I came last year and I arrived at Lahore airport, I really had a feeling of goosebumps. I really had a feeling of being in my second home. So that is the aspect of my feelings. Very good feelings, because I have a lot of friends, I have a lot of interest and friendship and sympathy for this country. On the other hand, I've seen how many problems you have.
Yes.
The first was, for example, when I left the airport, the chaos in the traffic road is unbelievable, and we can't understand that people do not follow any roads. But also this thing has a positive side. First I was only thinking, there is a chaos, that is a catastrophe. But then I was thinking, these people must be really intelligent, otherwise they could not manage that chaos.
How beautiful perception you have. Peter, tell us about what are your views about Pakistani culture, especially about dress?
Oh, meanwhile, I'm also wearing sometimes shalwar kameez.
Exactly.
One side is as an expression of sympathy for the country and for the people, but I have also noticed it is really comfortable to wear it, especially in summertime.
Exactly.
I like to wear it.
Yes.
And I also like Pakistani food. I'm really a friend of Pakistani spicy food. And the best food I like is biryani. made by my friend Mubashir, who is meanwhile living together with me in Germany because of his studies there.
What are the spice level in German food and in Pakistani food? These foods are more spicy or German foods?
No. Pakistani food is much more spicy than German. There is a big difference.
So do you have any digest problem in your beginning days?
Sometimes I have a little bit, but mostly I enjoy it. I have already had the situation that I was sitting together with Pakistani friends and they did not enjoy the spicy food as much as I did.
Oh, exactly.
So that is not a problem for me. I like to have it. It's a new experience to get this new kind of food, which is different prepared as we usually do it in Germany.
Mr. Peter, you are here for the education purpose regarding education. You are serving your duty here in Pakistan, and there is no comparison between German and Pakistani study system or education. But even after that, because you people have done a lot hard working or struggle in your education system, but even after that, I will ask you what major difference you felt between your and Pakistani universities?
I have to be cautious. Why? I do not yet have such a deep understanding of the situation of Pakistani school system and education system and university. That would be almost a little bit arrogant to say that is what I have perceived, because there are, I would say, there are a lot of really very interested young people, and they like to do their job. I've seen that there are a lot of young people in Pakistan interested to go to other countries for a study, at least for a while or for a longer time to study there. But what was really making me sad is already to read last year that there are still more than 20 million children not going at school. And I think that is a big problem for Pakistan, to organize first a school system all over the country that all the people, all the children have really the chance to get a good education for a better future for themselves and also for the whole of the country.
Rightly, is a very good right exposure and right experience you felt in Pakistan. Even our new government, Imran Khan government, is looking on this issue on their priority basis. We have to improve our study system. And another question, do you think that graduates from Pakistani universities in various fields have potential to get admissions in German universities?
Why not? As I had some Erasmus students in Bielefeld, I know meanwhile how many Pakistani students are also studying in Germany based on graduation they got here in Pakistan, and they followed their studies in Germany, for example, making PhD in Germany. And so there are, I think, principally, there is a good chance, if the students are really working hard to get a good graduation here, why should they not get the chance to apply for a scholarship and to go to other countries as Europe area, especially Germany, to continue their studies, to get more influenced by the situation and the learning processes of other countries and by scientists of other countries and so on.
Okay, Peter, this is my last question from you. Do you like to share some important information about the university term and condition for those people who are interested to getting admission in German university? What kind of things they should develop, even a German language, and what things they need to improve to get admissions in German universities? Because this is a very wanted question. People, Pakistani students want to know about this question. Please let us know about that.
I was often asked this question by students also in meetings here and in some lectures. But though our mother language is German, more and more universities in Germany are offering a lot or most of the lectures in English language. Though the first thing is that the Pakistani students should be good in writing, reading and speaking English language. Because I've seen that some of them, also here in Pakistan, they are at least a little bit shy to speak English. And the next point is they should be also interested in German life with a multicultural area, with multicultural people all over our country. There is not one typical German culture. We have so many different cultures within one country, also within the German people, that it would be a mistake to generalize it in a special way. But in any case, they should be open-minded. They should work to try to get to know other people from different cultures, from different religions, from different languages, from different areas, and be open-minded. I know, for example, there are students who are not the best of their classes, and they did get the Erasmus scholarship. So it's not only a question of marks, it is also a question of character, of personality, if they get the chance also being selected for such a scholarship.
At the last, Mr. Peter, many people, foreign people, want to come in Pakistan, but they have some confusion or something in their heart, especially regarding security context. From 2 years you are here in Pakistan, and give a message to the world what kind of atmosphere and situation right now in Pakistan, and maybe your personal and honest experience to the world, what kind of security level right now here is in Pakistan.
There was not a single moment that I was not feeling secure.
Great.
In all the 3 visits I made here. And even I was for some days last year already in Sawat. We had some long negotiations with the military till they allowed me to go to Sawat on the last stop going by bus from Lahore to Sawat. But we managed it, and we had really also with this military people, we had quite a good atmosphere. There was not a single problem at all. And I was deeply convinced that the only reason that they would not like to let me go there was they wanted to take care of me. And there was not a question at all that was the only purpose and the only reason. But after a long time of negotiations, we could make an agreement that they allowed it to us, and we were in daily contact, and so we managed it. So I was all the time feeling very secure. So there are a lot of problems also in this country concerning the safety, and I will not minimize it, yes, but I can say from my point of view, with my experience, there was no doubt feeling all the time secure.
Mr. Peter, thank you very much for your precious time. We have a good time with you. Thank you.
Thanks.